Hey guys, and welcome to another one of my videos. Today I decided to do Kooleen's art challenge. So Kooleen came up with this draw this in your own style art challenge, and she said we could draw one or both, and then she also stated that we could gender bend. So I decided to take on this challenge. So I looked up a reference, and here you'll see here that this is the reference that I found on Pinterest. I wanted to do kind of a sexy scene with a guy and a girl. So I started off with my border like I always do, and I decided to do the man as the demon and the girl as the angel. Now, I'm gonna admit something to y'all. I am not terribly great at anatomy, so this is kind of a practicing thing as well. I am working on getting better at drawing anatomy, and I know that you guys use a lot of lines that help you with anatomy guidelines. Personally, I just draw basic shapes, and I know if I drew those guidelines, it would probably help me a lot more, but typically when I draw, I will draw something, and what will happen is I will just sit there and warp it and warp it and warp it until it looks good. That's probably not the way to go when you're learning how to draw anatomy. It's just how I am lazy. I'm thinking about actually learning to do it with the guidelines. I haven't really messed with anatomy guidelines. I don't know why. I just feel like it hasn't really benefited me yet. And again, I've looked at videos, I've watched videos, but they're just not what makes sense in my head. So maybe I just need to go through it and try it. But either way, I start out with basic shapes. Another thing that I find a challenge is drawing the sides of faces, especially women. So you can see here, I kind of struggled sketching her. I'm gonna like draw it, and then I redraw it, and I redraw it. And of course, hands have been somewhat of a struggle for me, but I feel like the hands came out really well in this. I drew them, and then I redrew them here in the future, and some of it's just getting my basic shapes down and then drawing to the size that I want them to be. So it's a lot of like drawing and redrawing over basic shapes that I've made. As far as the male hands, I feel like they came out really, really well. I feel like I did really well. And I was trying to adjust the head size, as you can kind of see as I was doing the head size to the body proportions. And I'm very, very big on trying to be as proportionate as possible. There are a few features that you can exaggerate or kind of exaggerate, which is like the hands and the chesties, if you know what I mean. So guys, my whole goal in this was to capture that smexiness that Kooleen likes so much. She loves the juicy lips, the juiciness, the hotness. So I was like, you know what guys, I'm gonna make this hot picture, and you guys are gonna have to tell me, did I capture that? Did I not capture that? And I know my art is not as realistic as Kooleen's. Mine is more on the side of anime-ish or animated. I gave him a little tail, and then obviously he came with the horns, which were on the original art piece. The only thing I forgot to give him was his little demon wings, which I felt like was fine the way it was. After I completed, I was like, oh no, the original has demon wings, and I forgot to do that, but I feel like it's fine. She has the angel wings, and then also I felt like the demon side was portrayed good enough. So this is the sketch portion, and I filmed the portion where I did my line art, and I lost it. So yeah, my tablet lost the footage, mostly because it ran out of memory. So here you guys, I did a time lapse of what I did for my line art. Again, sorry I lost that footage. It's just a quick time lapse. I tried to put it in better quality. Unfortunately, it's under good quality, and I haven't changed the canvas, so it might be a little choppy. I was so disappointed when I lost that footage, but I ran to full memory as soon as I finished recording it, and I was so frustrated. I was like, oh no, I lost all that footage, and I was kind of upset. So it is what it is. It happens. So here I decided to blot down some color. I tried to have her a lighter skin tone, and then I started him out with a bland, plainer, lighter skin tone. And then I realized that in the original picture, he has more red hues, or she, I should say, has more red hues. So I had to go back around and actually recolor the skin tone, which you'll see here in a second. But she has lighter skin tone, but then he's got like some blues and some reds in the original picture. And I really wanted to get it closer to what Kooleen had in her picture. One of the most frustrating things I have to say with Procreate, and maybe there's a way to go about it, because I put all the skin tones on one color, if I were to drag and drop, it will change both skin tones. And that was just so frustrating. Like, I just wanted to change his skin tone, and sometimes it does it and sometimes it doesn't, and maybe you guys can tell me why that is. But so I had to color it in manually because of that reason. So because the original picture also had a red background for the demon, I kind of stuck to more reds, and I really wanted to portray the darker side of the demon side and then the lighter side of the angel. So I kind of kept her with the lighter colors and kept him with the darker colors. So I really wanted to incorporate the reds and the blues in the original pictures. Like I said, in the original picture, you can see that the demon has a lot of blue highlights and the angel is a lot more lighter colored and white. I added a light blue to kind of balance that out. I didn't really want to just keep her plain white with grays. I just decided because the demon had so much blue in it, I was going to keep her kind of white and light blue. Also, something that I added to her, so like I added a tail for him, and then for her, I added the feathers and the halo. I just thought it added an extra thing that was interesting to the picture, so it wasn't so plain. After I was finishing coloring, I was trying to figure out what to do for a background, and I found this really cool plaid looking brush, and I said, ooh, I love this. This is awesome. I'm gonna keep this. I also outlined the tail in white and the horns in white as well, and then I also added some shine to her halo, and voila, this is the end result of how I tried to make Kooleen's smexy picture look just as smexy with my style. Guys, I really enjoyed this challenge. This was so much fun. I hope you guys like the end result. If you'd like to see more videos, like and subscribe, comment down below what you think, and y'all have an awesome day and don't quit creating.